Some ideas arrive gently. Others arrive like a crack in the foundation of everything you thought you knew. This is one of those ideas, not because it asks you to believe something new, but because it asks you to question something so familiar that you have probably never examined it at all. The assumption that life comes first and death comes later. It sounds obvious. It sounds undeniable. It sounds like the one thing everyone agrees upon. But many of the most profound discoveries in human history began when someone questioned what appeared impossible to question. The earth felt stationary until it wasn't. Time felt absolute
until it wasn't.
Matter felt fundamental
Until it wasn't.
Perhaps there is another assumption waiting to be overturned. Perhaps the sequence itself is wrong. Perhaps life is not what comes before death. Perhaps life is what came after. For a moment, set aside everything you believe. Not forever, just long enough to explore. Imagine that everything you call reality is part of a larger story. A story whose opening chapter has been forgotten. A story whose beginning is hidden behind a door most people spend their entire lives fearing. The door called death. Now imagine something even stranger. Imagine that door is not waiting ahead of you. Imagine it is already behind you. Imagine that what you call life is not the journey toward that threshold. Imagine it is the experience that followed it. The continuation. The aftermath. The echo. This reflection does not ask you to abandon science, nor does it ask you to accept religion. It asks for something much simpler: curiosity. The willingness to remain with a question long enough for it to transform you. Because the greatest questions are rarely solved. They are inhabited. They become landscapes through which we travel. And sometimes, if we travel far enough, we discover that the question itself was the answer. Across this exploration, we will encounter ideas that seem to belong to different worlds. Consciousness research, quantum mechanics, ancient philosophy, mystical traditions, the nature of perception, the mystery of identity, the problem of existence itself. At first they appear unrelated, like scattered stars. But occasionally scattered stars form a constellation. And when they do, a larger pattern emerges. Not proof, not certainty, a possibility. A possibility that changes everything. What if consciousness is not produced by reality? What if reality is produced within consciousness? What if existence is not a machine generating awareness? What if awareness is the field within which existence appears? What if birth was not the beginning of your story? What if it was simply the moment you entered it?
Most people spend their lives trying to overcome the fear of death.
Few stop to ask where that fear comes from. Perhaps it does not come from the future. Perhaps it comes from something forgotten, a memory too deep to recognize, a truth too close to see, a familiarity that cannot quite become conscious. Perhaps the fear of death is not fear of an ending. Perhaps it is fear of remembering. The deepest mysteries do not hide in distant galaxies. They hide inside assumptions.
As you move through this journey,
you do not need to agree with what you hear. Agreement is unnecessary. Belief is unnecessary. The only thing required is attention, because once a question enters the mind, it begins its own work, quietly, patiently, like a seed beneath the soil. So before we continue, consider one final possibility. Not whether this exploration is true, but what would change if it were? What would happen to your fears, your ambitions, your regrets,
your understanding of loss,
your
understanding of love?
What would happen if death was not the end of the story,
nor even the middle?
What would happen if death was the event that made the story possible? Perhaps this is not life. Perhaps this is what came after. And perhaps the most extraordinary discovery is not waiting somewhere ahead. Perhaps it has been quietly following you all along.
All along.
Perhaps this is not life. Perhaps this is what came after.